Hello everyone and welcome back to my Crusader Kings 2 tutorial. I'm Bogmon and apparently my heir, my son, needs a wife. Well, let's, there we go, we got some princesses. Princess of Denmark, Princess of Denmark. Let's get him married to the sister, I believe, of the current Kaiser. Yes. The elder sister of the current Kaiser. This is what I'm talking about by claims. So she's got all these claims. She has a weak claim to the Holy Roman Empire. So, when she dies, any children she has will inherit a weak claim. Weak claims have different conditions. They can be pressed. Strong claims are much better for pressing. But I'm going to look around a bit, see what other options are available. So we don't just need royalty. So we don't really need the alliance per se. We can afford to look around for potential positive traits, things like this little brain, genius trait. It's a genetic thing, so the children of this character would have a higher chance of inheriting that quality. So, there we go. Strong, a very useful trait. In fact, that's what we're going to pick. We're going to pick this, get an engagement there. If you're also, another way that you can do it, is I got this find character screen, right? So you can just go to women, set on, get all the qualifiers you want. Right, so there's, I could sort it by age, right? And I could just scroll through this way. These are people of my culture. But if I didn't care about culture, expands again. Right? Anyhow, let's get this started again. So we're going to switch to primogeniture, which I mentioned earlier. So I don't have to worry about all these votes. And that I just need to... my eldest son's always the one who inherits, which works for me. It simplifies things. When you're playing... when you're trying to become an emperor, you want this. You don't want Gavelkind. You want anything other than Gavelkind, really. Well, maybe not seniority. The reason why is if you have Gavelkind, right? I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before. Say I'm the king of 2 kingdoms, right? Say I somehow became the king of Ireland and Scotland. I had 2 kids. I die. 1 kid becomes the king of Ireland. 1 king becomes the king of Scotland. And my lands are divided up. It's terrible. So, primogeniture, eldest son inherits. The next son, then the next son. If I have no sons, then first daughters, etc., etc. Alright. I do hope this place converts to being Irish soon. Takes a bit of time. But I hold territories which are Irish, so this should convert, as I myself am Irish. I'm aiming to get Leinster from my brother. Sadly, I lack a claim to it because of how Tanistry worked out. My nephew, I will get him married. He can marry this random princess. Denmark. I hope they'll have many wonderful children. Alright, need a new steward. I don't have very good stewards, but as you get more and more lands, of course, your pool of potential advisors grows and grows. Oh, look at Leon, doing quite well. My second son getting his engagement now. So there we are, new daughter-in-law. Princess Ylva of Sweden. She has a weak claim. So, you know, it's a thing that's come up. Sure, I will again. You're welcome to do more with this. But if I don't send a single soldier, won't penalize our relations. These also pop up. Prince, you can sleep around. Give them my daughter-in-law. Why not? Let's make a move. So I go to her chambers, we give her a good tumble, it's good to be the king. I've fallen in love with her. You can check a relations tab, you can have multiple lovers. It shows your marriage ties. Often when you go sleeping around, you'll get additional kids. I mean, my character's lustful and a hedonist. It's only to be expected to happen. And apparently I have smallpox. That's not good. It's like God's punishing me for my sins. Oh well. Still working to fabricate that claim. Oh, and I've lost. I'm poxy no more. Good. Alright, well, let's get a new chaplain. Get that marriage going. Get him educated by you. Now, since I've got plenty of prestige, I don't need to worry about the respect, so I'll just take the cash. I'm going to build that. Gets me more soldiers. Another 100 men will be perfect for what I want. Another kinsman. I'll get him married. More princesses of random places. Eventually you hit this point where you don't... Like, you'll have so many kids and people hanging around in your court that you just send them off to marry whoever. It doesn't really matter at that stage. You're just interested in, like, your top 2 sons or daughters. Sicily. So here we are. This is that crusading thing I was talking about. The Pope's thinking about some major invasions. Actually, while we have this time, I'm going to do the pilgrimage thing. Can I do that? No, I don't know if... I'm not at peace, right. Well, if I were at peace, I would show you. I'll show that soon enough. See how things are going. If I wanted to intervene, what I'd want to do, I'd go to my military tab, go to my fleets, and raise up my fleets. Each boat can carry 100 men, so I could carry 1,600 soldiers, not even my full army. Obviously, you can only get boats from coastal provinces. And of course you can build more shipyards and whatnot. But, yeah. What else? Alright, you always get your, you get at every place has their own special, regiment type here at the bottom. Usually at the bottom. Gallow Glass training ground, so heavy infantry guys. I believe the English get longbows. The French get heavy knight unit. I will give my wife a cameo of myself. Yeah. Picture of me. The businesses, I think, sell the best. So, there's that princess I was talking about. So now my nephew has a weak claim on the Kingdom of France. So, if this place were in a regency, I could press it, or if it was being ruled by a queen, or there was a succession war already going on, then I could declare war to do it. But at the moment, I do not have the claim to do it, the casus belli. Though I can suck up to the Pope. Where's that? Oh, my son is of age. You can marry this Bulgarian princess. I should be... I might be a limitation of how strong I am. Alright, here we are. Sir, I'm gonna sleep with this my next daughter-in-law, too. So yeah. Request invasion. So, if you're of a certain size, you can... Yeah, here you are. So, if I have less holdings than the other guy, or it's a primary title claim, so if I had a claim on the throne of England, I could request to the Pope let me invade him. My wife has passed away. Tragic. Well, I'd better marry someone. How about... choices, choices, choices. Well, I'm a lustful hedonist, so let's just marry this Danish princess. She's attractive, you know. And I'll collect cash for that. Build up another income building spot. So if yeah, that war's still going. So we're gonna go look at this religion tab again. There we are. So, were I inclined to do so, right? Here's the people, wherever they're voting, the College of Cardinals. I think it's just kings who get it. Might be a certain restricted area. Oh, so there we go. France won their war with to unify the crowns. He is now the king of France and England. Let's check out elective. Alright. And England is also elective. Oh, there. So we got a crusade. So, basically the Pope wants anyone who can to go pick a fight in... Where are we going? Jerusalem! Well, we're going to join in this war. Click on this little hanging flag that shows up. Offer to join the Pope. He'll, of course, accept, because why wouldn't he? Yes, so... Well, I will draw up what armies I can. And move them all... Hold on a second. If there's holy orders, I'd hire those too. But alas, there's not. So we'll grab what boats I can. Alright, so I'm going to have to shave it down to 1,800 soldiers. 1861. Curses. Get rid of that guy. Take you back. And you back. And... Can I take you back? Nope. What if I get rid of them and I take you? 1786, there we go. We'll board the ship. I'll disband the rest of them. And I set sail! Whee! So we're worth of Fatimids. Now, usually, this first crusade goes very poorly. I'll show you why. There we go. He's got 30,000 soldiers he can draw. Additionally, important note here when you're fighting wars, if you are the defender of a holy war, which a crusade certainly counts, or basically anytime you're being attacked by someone of a different faith, your vassals all rally around to you. It gives them it gives you a boost to your opinions, and people who have a higher opinion of you will donate more soldiers to the war effort. So he wouldn't always normally have 30,000, but he's got extra men offering to fight because of how things are going. So there's my tiny little force. you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my army, and I'm going to land here in this this little part, and we're going to hope we get ignored. Here we go. I stand before the destination of the Crusade. With sword in hand, I am ready to storm the walls of Acre. This is one of the things that happens when you do take part in a crusade. You get the Crusader trait. So I get a bonus to my martial, I have a bonus to my church opinion. Yeah. Other Christians will like me more. Can I put my heir? Well, I'm already there, so I might as well replace it with my heir, who's better than me anyways, and then he will also get the Crusader trait. So there we are. I'm sitting there just sieging away. I'm going to let everyone else try and fight the armies. Hopefully things will go well. My wife's pregnant? Good, good. So, you want to rack up war score, which you have by having soldiers in place. Here we are. You want to do it by having soldiers in place, winning battles, sieging places. Where am I? There I am. King Enna of Tara. 2%, because I've brought, yeah. So I probably will not win this. We're doing pretty good, actually, this time around. We might actually win this. I'd be surprised if we did. Anyhow, so we're going to sit here, just siege down things. The other thing about a crusade is that you don't get any penalty with your vassals for being away at it. They're like, you're fighting for God. We'll let this slide. New son. Uligorg. Oh, he's a pretty boy. So, we're going to keep an eye on this. Oh, we're gaining. We're at 3%. Oh, see? My granddaughter, I have a granddaughter, she's strong. Wish I had a grandson for my heir, but what can you do? 40%, 46%. We might win this, because his army doesn't seem to be going anywhere. So, we've sieged all those lands. Let's go to... We want to keep our territory constrained to the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Alright, so we're going to march there. Am I in charge of this siege? I think I am. That'll boost up. Yeah, we're at 7%. Quickly racking up score. So all this sieging is working out for us. Oh, we got that claim I wanted, which I'll of course use. It gives me something to do when I get back home. Uh-oh. Whew! For a minute I thought our forces might lose, and then he would quickly chase us with a proverbial doom stack. But he seems to have bested his armies. How are things going? Well, France is dominating, well, of course, with their strength. So, yeah, whoever contributes the most gets the territory, unless there's a claim already held by it. Say Jerusalem fell, right? And France was still held the official title of King of Jerusalem, right? And a new crusade happened. It didn't matter. It wouldn't matter who won. France would get the land. So we won. I'm a little surprised about that. We're just going to disband everything. And in response, the Muslims are going to be able to launch jihads and have one of their holy orders pop up. Apparently, one of my lovers. Oh, one of my lovers has stopped being my lover. Pity. Oh well, why does she dislike me? Just general reasons. Oh well. Well, we're going to focus on taking out Leinster next. my military at? I'll give that a little bit to recharge. Another year to 1099. And then we'll launch the attack. Sorry guys, you're not getting any fiefs off me. The peasants murdered my steward. Shame that. Shame. Alright, so my brother, what's he got for soldiers? 1,300 men. Alright, well I can definitely take that. So even he's an ally, so it costs me basically anyone of your family, of your close family, is a potential ally. But alas, even though he is my brother, I want his lands. So I'll gather my forces, of course. You see, I didn't bother to check what his allies were. And he's drawn in one of the dukes and a couple of dukes. Yeah, they're helping him out. But I've got too much of a number advantage for it to matter. I'll take out those reinforcements as well that he summoned. Oh, they're holding up a little bit better of a fight, at least. Not enough, though. And now, I'll just siege his land. I can, of course, call in my allies. The King of Denmark, the King of Sweden, the King of Hungary. Let's try the King of Denmark. Refuses to help me. Pity. Refusing to help me will cost him prestige and ruin our relationship a little. I'm now proud. Useful trait, gives me bonus prestige every month. Another pregnancy for my wife. My second wife. So, yeah, Crusades can be very useful for gaining land. Sometimes they're not worth the trouble. Sometimes they are. I find it's useful just for... Hold on, this guy. Ooh. I find it's useful just for the simple fact that you can get that Crusader trait. Because it's a great trait to have. The Hashashin are spreading. There we go. Grandson, he's smart. So this... Or he's quick. These traits can pop up randomly, which has happened here. Neither of them are smart, but it can happen. So he's got +3 to all of his stats. He's going to be very, very good. I will make sure that he's educated by my most charming individual, thus ensuring that eventually I have rulers who are high in popularity or have high in diplomatic educations rather than martial ones. For the diplomatic ones, because that high opinion is what's going to keep you from, or keep your vassals from turning on you. Another daughter. I'm going to work to my stewardship. So here in a battle, we captured someone. We're going to ransom him for cash. You have a few options. You have more options if you're part of the Byzantines. You can castrate and blind people. A thing to note: if you are personally captured in battle at some point, or you capture their enemy, whoever captures the other leader wins the war. So it looks like he hired some mercs. But I'm okay with that. I'll just attack. I have the numbers. You always want to have enough men to try and get 3 flanks going. Apparently I've become a coward from the fight. Everyone knows I'm a big fat coward. That's too bad. I guess we're just going to sit here for a bit. 99%. He might accept now. Nope. Sometimes, if you get really high, they will offer you. They'll try and surrender to you early, or you can ask them to surrender. Guess this will be. We'll finish this war and then we'll end today's. Well, that's good. Good session, I think. We got to show a little bit about the how the Holy Wars, or the big Holy Wars, the Crusades work. There we go. Force demand. So I've got 4 to 3 holdings. So my personal territory is too large, which is a shame. What will I do to shrink it down? Well, I will... See, having too much territory... Well, if I had more vassals... Well, I'll show you. Go into here. So, he's got he dislikes me? Guess none of them care. Normally... oh, it's too many duchies it'll trigger for. If you have too many of a certain kind of title, your vassals all get upset that you aren't sharing the wealth, as it were. Furthermore, if you have too many beyond your dement size, right, I'm at 4 out of 3, you can get penalties that start popping up. Smuggling rings, and brigands, and all that sort of thing. So we're going to try to head that off at the pass. Educating these people is fine, just randomly. And I will give it to my youngest son. He's only going to get a weak claim to my lands, so... No, actually, I'll give it to my heir. He's going to inherit it all anyway, so he can have Leinster. No, give him Ossory. There we go. I need a new spy master for that, which is fine. We're going to go spy on Paris, I think, now. Take a look at the tech stuff. So here I'm going to boost my legalism. If I were a Emperor King, I could have one more demence limit. I'm also going to improve... nothing too worthwhile to improve, actually. We'll just leave that as is. I could create the Duchy of Leinster, once I have a bit more cash, holding 2 duchies. Not a huge deal at the moment, though. I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm going to want to eventually when I want to try and become a king. Anyhow, yeah. I'll see you all next time for more of my tutorial of Crusader Kings 2. I hope you're finding this informative. And any questions, don't hesitate to drop a comment. I will do what I can to answer them.